Well, greetings. And I'm going to do something different this time. And this took a lifetime to do, as I've been a music lover since I was around 7 or 8 years old. This was incredibly difficult to do. And as time went by, I had to sort it all out. And finally, I realized that there was no way to divvy up all of this material. And I got to the point where I couldn't do anymore, which means that there's no perfect way to do this. I know that I might have left some musicians or bands that deserved to be included, but I had to stop somewhere. And lastly, I have to give credit to my mother, my Uncle Chris, my cousin Richie, and my Uncle Artie, who were all music lovers themselves, and they could also sing. They were major influences. And the years went by. I used to tell my buddies that I'm starting a radio station called WDEN, of course, as I was about 12 years old when I started it. And I enjoyed doing it, though I never worked in radio, of course. But this was how I remembered songs that I didn't want to forget. Obviously, I was a fanatic and I would choose a list of the best 40 songs or so. And the transition from AM radio to FM was fun because the sound was better and I got to experience so many different genres. I was always listening to the charted and uncharted songs. So here goes. It's 114 musicians and or bands, and I'll start from the bottom. Also, I enjoy and relish jazz. I'm not an expert on it, but I've always delighted in the complexity of jazz, and it took me some time to place them, but I'm sure you'll understand. I will comment on some of the musicians and bands, but it would take way too long to comment on each one. And lastly, these are my best friends sometimes, and I feel very fortunate to have listened to each of them over the years and certainly appreciated their musical integrity. Each one of them lives in my heart and soul, and they added so much to my everyday life. So here goes, and I will start down from the bottom, which is number 114, and that is Bob Dylan. Yep, Bob Dylan is number 114. Number 113 is Spirit. Number 112 is Taj Mahal. Number 111 is Redbone, the group that produced Come and Get Your Love. Number 110 is Dave Brubeck. Number 109 is Gil Scott-Heron, and he wrote Winter in America, a great tune. 108 was Buffalo Springfield. 107 was The Drifters. 106 was Terrence Boylan, a rather unknown musician who wrote Did She Finally Get to You? I think that was back in 1977, I believe. Number 105, J.J. Cale. Number 104, Creedence Clearwater Revival. Number 103, Dion DiMucci, a Bronx native that could belt out some really good tunes from the late 50s and early 60s. Number 102, Amy Winehouse, and tragically she passed away back in 2011, and she was very gifted. Number 101, Orpheus. Number 100, The Rolling Stones. Number 99, The Grassroots. Number 98, Dave Mason. Number 97, Anita Baker. Number 96, Al Jarreau. Losing my voice here. Number 95, Muddy Waters. Number 94, Bobby Darin. Number 93, Everything But the Girl. Very likely you've never heard of them as they're from England. I really enjoyed their tunes. Number 92, Basha from Poland, and quite a voice too. Number 91, The Beatles. And number 90, Swing Out Sister, another band that you probably don't recognize from England, but quite a good group. Number 89, Billy Stewart. Number 88, Otis Redding. Number 87, the Dave Clark Five. They were from Tottenham, which was more rock and roll, where the Beatles were from Liverpool, so the songs were different in style, and that caused an interesting battle back in the 60s. Number 86, the Mamas and Papas. Number 85, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. Number 84, Little Richard. Number 83, The Association. Number 82, The Bee Gees. Number 81, Ray Charles. Number 80, The Four Tops. Number 79, Ambrosia. Number 78, Ella Fitzgerald. Number 77, Linda Ronstadt. Number 76, Tony Bennett. Number 75, the Ronettes from back in the 1960s. Number 74, Celine Dion. Number 73, Alicia Keys. Number 72, Sam Cooke, another great vocalist and songwriter that died way too young. Number 71, the Neville Brothers. Number 70, Sergio Mendes, and he was native to Brazil and had an interesting group of musicians and vocalists especially Astrid Gilberto. Number 69, the Eagles. Number 68, Miles Davis. Number 67, Barbra Streisand. Number 66, Petula Clark. Number 65, Richie Havens, who I would see a few times in Grand Central Station, and his guitar and his song, No Opportunity Necessary, was a standout. Number 64, Nat King Cole, with such a warm, wonderful voice. My uncle used to play a sound just like him, too. Number 63, Charlie Parker, better known as the Bird or the Yardbird. Number 62, Sly and the Family Stone. Number 61, Tom Waits, simply one of my favorite musicians who sings with a gravelly voice that often explores society's underbelly. The songs Clap Hands and The Piano Has Been Drinking really showcase him. Number 60, The Lovin' Spoonful. Number 59, this is a long one, Peter Gabriel. If you want to hear an incredibly intense song, listen to the song The Rhythm of the Heat from the 1982 album Security. The latter part of the song takes a twist as the drums take over to evoke a Ghanaian war dance performed by the Akomi Dance Company, and this was done in Africa. The drums are spectacular, literally raising your heartbeat, blood pressure, and send shivers down your spine. I would equate this song to being one of the most unique I've ever heard, and only the Akomi Dance, the Akomi Dance Company can perform this kind of layered, driving, almost otherworldly drums. We don't understand it. It's beyond our scope. That is a must. Number 58, Jefferson Airplane. Number 57, Manhattan Transfer. Number 56, Dizzy Gillespie. Number 55, The Four Seasons. Number 54, Archie Bell and the Drills, with one of the most dynamic songs I've ever heard, and it's called I Can't Stop Dancing. Number 53, Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels. For me, Jenny Takes a Ride is the best rock and roll song you'll ever hear, bar none. Number 52, Wilson Pickett, a great voice, a great performer. Number 51, Robert Palmer. Number 50, Jerry Butler. Number 49, Ricky Lee Jones. Like Tom Waits, totally street and a great voice and songwriter, both from LA. Number 48, Bonnie Raitt. No wonder she's in the Hall of Fame. She deserved it and should have happened years ago. Number 47, Bo Diddley. And that for many folks, he's the father of rhythm and blues. Number 46, Les McCann and Eddie Harris. Their song, Compared to What, is as good as any song on this list. Remember that one, Compared to What. Number 45, Simon and Garfunkel. So many great songs, especially from Paul Simon. Number 44, the Wild Weeds. They morphed into NRBQ, a local band from Windsor, Connecticut, featuring Al Anderson with a booming voice with two great tunes, No Good to Cry and Happiness is Just an Illusion. That's from back in the 60s. Number 43, John Cougar Mellencamp. Despite being born with spina bifida, he did quite well for himself, and he's a gifted songwriter and vocalist, and he's very down to earth with his songs, too. I always liked him, obviously. Number 42, Jackie Wilson, a dynamo. And number 41, another dynamo, Frank Sinatra. You got to have both of these guys on your list. Number 40, Donny Hathaway, and he had such a wonderful voice, and he left us way too early. Number 39, Chaka Khan. Number 38, the Spencer Davis Group featuring Steve Winwood. I'm a Man was a standout song from 1960 and one of my all-time favorites. Okay, number 37, Cold Blood, a very powerful band. This group was from Oakland, California, and they were an intense, hard-driving band. They could do it all, and the lead singer was Lydia Pence, who had incredible vocals, and this band would definitely get you on the dance floor. Overall, they were the definition of a real R&B funk band, one of my favorites. And Oakland is a garden of great bands, and you'll see another one further up on the chart. Number 36, the Righteous Brothers, possibly two of the greatest male vocalists as a group, bar none, featuring Bill Medley and Bobby Hatfield. Righteous they were, as the name came from a black patron who stated that they sounded righteous, and they liked the name and kept it. Good idea. Number 35, War, a very underrated group featuring Slipping into Darkness, Why Can't We Be Friends, Low Rider, All Day Music, and the Cisco Kid, a very special band. Well, they're all like this now. Number 34, Loggins and Messina, two guys that were noted musicians, especially Kenny Loggins. And number 33, the Allman Brothers. Yet another great band from the South, and they were all exceptional live performers and quite a few memorable tunes too. Number 32, Dionne Warwick, and I include Burt Bacharach since she sang most of his greatest songs, making them an ideal team. Dionne was a wonderful vocalist, and Burt was a superb writer. Number 31, The Fifth Dimension. This is a strange one. Number 30 is The Turtles. You may think I'm crazy, but I really enjoyed their music. Number 29, John Coltrane. If you haven't listened to Giant Steps, you're missing some incredible music. That's a must. Number 28, Joe Sample and the Crusaders. Don't know of a better pianist on this list. Joe Sample was marvelous with a top-notch group. Number 27, Cream. That's Eric Clapton, Jack Bruce, and Ginger Baker. These three guys could play anywhere. A lot of infighting between Jack and Ginger, and Clapton stayed out of it. But they were all excellent musicians, and Clapton and Bruce were both superb singers and guitarists. Very dynamic group. Number 26, The Temptations, featuring the spectacular David Ruffin. And don't get me wrong, they were all great. Everything up here is great. Number 25, Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions. He's considered to be a musical genius, though regrettably, he has passed on also, with so many great tunes. Number 24, Daryl Hall of Hall & Oates, mostly Daryl Hall. And his Can't Stop Dreaming album is a must in your collection. It's a marvelous album. Number 23, good old Neil Young. It's simple now describing these talents, and Neil was a stalwart. Never heard a bad song from him. Number 22, Louis Armstrong. Speaks for himself, and a wonderful man and musician. And I once read that he was considered to be one of the most charming people you could ever meet. And I was not surprised by that appraisal. And take a listen to his masterful song, Christmas Night in Harlem. It's a treasure. Number 21, Bobby Caldwell, very prolific in the 1980s and 90s with some very soulful tunes. So sad to hear of his death back in March of 2023. Number 20, Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. And the song Moanin', spelled M-O-A-N-I-N', being one of my absolute favorite songs. I have a lot of favorite songs, as you can see, and this song can seep into your soul. Number 19, this might be the most interesting write-up, Chuck Berry. Another great with Johnny B. Good, Floating Through Space as of August 1977, yes. And the Voyager 2 featured some sounds from Earth. And according to a Saturday Night Live show, Steve Martin claimed that the reviews were in, they wanted us to send more Chuck Berry. And I can comprehend that. And this is the truth. Johnny B. Good is floating through deep space right now, and that's quite a testament. Nobody on this list can say that. You can look it up. Number 18, one of my all-time favorites, Boz Scaggs, yet another superb writer and singer and songwriter who was quite busy in the 1970s to the 1990s. The albums Silk Degrees, Middleman, and Down to the Left were magnificent albums. Number 17, the only band on the list from Scotland, the Average White Band, and nothing average about them is you don't see too many bands from Scotland, and they had quite a few wonderful tunes. Number 16, Chicago. Started out at Chicago Transit Authority, and they were all masters. I never forgot the day that Terry Kath killed himself accidentally. And many people considered him to be one of the best guitarists ever, and I regard him as one of the greatest vocalists ever. A well-rounded band with trumpet, sax, trombone, with various singers and various styles of classical, jazz, R&B, and pop. They were very versatile, and they deserved to be up here. This is an interesting one, number 15. It's the Beach Boys. I still find that they were not appreciated as much as they should be, and Brian Wilson was a master at producing, singing, and writing, and the album Pet Sounds was a testament to that. And number 14, the King of Soul, James Brown, an incredible performer. And I always loved the song There Was a Time. It had a very unusual vibe to it. And it got to me decades ago when I was around 14 years old. Nobody else around me seemed to understand it, but I still love that song. And it's just wild. It's called There Was a Time. Number 13, The Who. Just four guys from England who always covered great songs and concepts. I really enjoy their song Love Is Coming Down, a very unusual song that I think defines life. And they were such great performers. And I got to see them in New Haven back in the 1970s, despite being sick as hell. I didn't want to miss them. I paid the price the next day. Number 12, Little Feat. Love these guys. Extremely dynamic group of musicians, and Lowell George died way too early. And I never heard a bad song from them, and they could play any type of song, rock, funk, soul, country, you name it. Number 11, Van the Man, all the way. He's still performing after 60 years and very prolific. But I hear that he's still a tough guy to interview, but who cares? He's very dynamic. He can do whatever he wants. Number 10, Stevie Wonder. And I always wonder how he managed to get the song Fingertips released at the age of 12. And it was a major hit back in 1962. Incredible talent. So many single hits and Grammy winning albums. He could do it all, and he's blind. Number 9, The Rascals, or The Young Rascals. Felix Cavaliere and Eddie Brigati could sing their asses off, and also featured Dino Danelli and Gene Cornish. I consider Felix Cavaliere to be my favorite vocalist with a gritty, soulful, powerful voice. I don't think anybody stands above him. Number 8, Joni Mitchell. I don't know what I'll do without her. Her albums from the 70s were all Hall of Fame material, incredible talent. I don't know what else to say about her. Marvin Gaye, Soulful Marvin at number 7, another artist who died way too young, as I get tired of repeating this. His albums from the 70s were all Hall of Fame material, as the 70s was probably the best decade for outstanding music. Number 6, Earth, Wind, and Fire. I think a lot of people would be surprised that I have it so high, have them so high. But I don't remember a song that they created that was below par. So many great tunes, especially Wait, Love's Holiday, and You and I. Now, the top 5. Number 5, Aretha Franklin. It took Jerry Wexler about 1 minute for him to tell someone in the staff to sign her up as she sang her first song to him in the studio. We can't let her slip away. The rest was history. Nobody can beat Aretha Franklin, I'll tell you. Number 4, the Doobie Brothers. Everything they wrote was top notch, and never heard a bad song from either of them, and so much talent from them. When you have the likes of Patrick Simmons, Michael McDonald, Tom Johnston, Jeff Baxter, and Tyrone Porter, you've got a lot going on for you. Number 3, The Band, appropriate name for them. The Last Waltz was easily one of the greatest concerts ever, along with the album. And they never had a weak song, and all of them are now deceased, as Garth Hudson died a couple of months ago. And when I was in college, just about everyone on campus was spinning their albums. Now we get into the hard part. There's only 2 left, and I called it a tie. But I had to put somebody at 1 and somebody at 2. So here it is. Number 2, Tower of Power, T.O.P. from Oakland, California, and they've been jamming since 1968, and no one can do what they do. As many as 20 different musicians played with them, and as of now, they house about 10 musicians. They have lost a few guys in the last couple of years, unfortunately. They own the crown, and they can do it all with their funk, soul, and just about every style of music. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a tie with the next band of just 2 people. But a lot of help. Number 1, Steely Dan. Donald Fagen and Walter Becker. Honestly, I felt that Steely Dan and Tower of Power is a deadlock tie. Steely Dan did their first album in 1972 and went on a tear in the next decade or so. And each album was tight with spectacular productions. They're known as the band that outsmarted the music industry as they realized that touring was a break-even ordeal, so they decided to spend more time in the studio to up their game, since they knew that they could both write and produce, and they would also focus on getting top-notch musicians to see what they could come up with. It worked, and it showed in their albums from 1975 on, which was Katie Lied album. Attempting to rate their albums is confounding since each album offered so much precision, and every song and album was a treasure, especially from 1975 to 1980. Asia was my all-time favorite album, and Fagan produced some solo albums that were quite good. And they won the Grammy for the best album in 2000 for their Two Against Nature album, which again was superb. And that's it, folks. And I'd like to do another one, but I think I ran out of material. So take care.